Oh, but here comes a tiger and an elephant? Alright. That's a lot of damage, and the air support's hitting the buildings. A little bit of damage on there. Hey guys, remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and hey, go one step further, become a channel member. Any support you guys give is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. But I got a 4v4 game on, Sousse Wetlands. We got ourselves a number of key combatants, 2 Doc, 2 Vermok, versing all 4 Brits. There we go. No Americans here. Who needs Americans? We have 4 Brits. That's right. All Brits all day today. Anyway, Falchion Pioneer dropping on in for the point. Enjoy that poop, Alex. You have a good... thank you for the kind comments. All right. He has to use the restroom. It's fine. Anyway, let's get to this. British doing anything interesting? Yes, we got Australians in the game. We got ourselves Royal Engineers. Let's see. Anything. Oh, Coastal. We got defensive works potentially coming on in from one of the Vermok. So we know at least 2 of the battle groups. We got Italian Coastal for defense. And Falchion Pioneers. Also some defense, but also some better infantry associated with that. Where these guys are more support. Better in cover, so they'll hold the Royal Engineers back. And this gentleman up here going entirely Panzer Pioneers. So a lot of early engineer spam. Alright, let's go over names, shall we? We got Bazooka Joe, Boneless, Legendary Nick, and Valiant Hawk. Versing on the Allied side. We got Jordan, Almac, Thomas, and Tico. Alright, Tico's doing his best to push back Valiant Hawk. Panzer Pioneer spam can be effective. Usually you see that with grenade launchers or lots of flamethrowers to try to compensate for their lack of real defensive abilities or firepower natively. But it looks like getting in the building and behind some solid cover. Push back the British infantry. Although we have a Vickers machine gun here to assist. Lay down fire. Royal Engineers are better close range, so they're trying to use that to push them out of the building. Did quite a bit of damage to this unit. But now there's 3 of them here. That's 11 models all firing on these Royal Engineers. I feel like they'll be in a really good state. Because again, this Vickers machine gun is out of range. We need to keep moving it up, and that's just going to put them in a worse and worse state. Anyway, Panzer Pioneers are hitting the Royal Engineers. Again, Vickers machine gun is here. Further in the city, we got the motorcycle scene, motorcycle team. I can talk, I promise. Hitting the Vickers machine gun. Panzer Pioneers, no flamethrower upgrade as of yet. That would help burn the Vickers out. But luckily with the Palm Grenadiers, the Kradschützen, and the additional support, they are able to force the Vickers machine gun back. We do have some cover. I'm assuming that was set up by Jordan over here, trying to lock this area down. But in doing so, he really messed up, not supporting this sector. And Bazooka Joe, who's playing the Doc, of course, is going to very quickly and easily lock down this sector. And most likely hold this. They're going to be able to hold this as well. Because while they're British forces, I feel there's just too much from between Valiant Hawk and Bazooka Joe. And the infantry by Tico is just going to be overwhelmed. Nice decap and capture by Valiant Hawk. Infantry section really in a tough bind here. Now we got more Palm Grenadiers moving on in. The infantry section are just caught off guard. They don't know where to go. So they're moving back, behind better cover. Further down, we have infantry section in the building. I just love the idea this officer's like, ah, yes, I'm going to use my pistol from across the street. Oh, boy. You know what? At least he's trying. He's trying. But, yeah, overall, the city looks like it's going to be in German hands for the time being, unless maybe some light armor from a Hummer or something. So a lot of British support can move on in. Meanwhile, at least the mines seem to be working. It looks like we got a kill right there. Royal Engineers placing more mines, barbed wire to remove the cover bonuses that the Germans could use. Down south, explosives are going off everywhere. The Italian coastal infantry and buildings, again, Falchion Pioneers are behind the truck. Some good cover, but the British artillery is just pounding their defensive locations. We have a medical bunker over here that's going to heal them, get them back up. Looks like all of them have veterancy, so we have a veterancy upgrade for these guys. So that's going to shoot them up to be even better. And now with the medical, they're going to be able to heal, where the British forces really don't have that leverage. They don't have that ability. Now, they do have some very strong infantry. If you've never played with the Australians, they're very good long range, and they're very good at picking off infantry and can be upgraded further with better rifles. Now, right now, the Allies are getting twice as much Muni. Muni's used for upgrades, so we're going to easily see those upgrades here soon. Anyway, Australians are moving around. They're dealing with the Fallschirmjägers that looks like were dropped in. But again, only 2 frontline units, so he's really light. And while this guy does have a Faust, I just love the fact this dingo is just murdering this man. He's just like, alright, you don't want to shoot me? Cool, I'm just going to focus on you. Alright. Australians are taking the fuel. And right now, it looks like they're going to need some reinforcements here. And oh, there we go. Okay, MG is right there. They'll suppress the coastals from moving up further. So they're going to be stuck behind that cover. Potentially, eventually suppressed, but at least they'll be stuck there. They'll decap it, though. Australians pull back. You're still using their really good range to hit the coastal, where the coastal don't have that range, and they're just unable to really provide that support. Pack gun is moved up, so at least they can deal with the dingo if they get line of sight. Looks like a counterattack up north is happening, though it did not go well. Vickers machine gun is neutralized. They're focusing on the infantry section. Valiant Hawk is managing to overwhelm him, and while commandos are dropping in, so a lot of airborne units so far this game, unfortunately it's not, I don't think, gonna help all that much. We still got an army by Bazooka Joe down here that if he tried to swing around and do a lot of damage, I feel like he'll be able to hold him back, but we shall see. Bazooka team, not Bazooka team, well, Bazooka Joe has, oh wait, actually, no, he's getting upgrades. He got Tank Buster upgrades, so he's going to get a Panzerschreck for these guys, make them even better versus armor. Long range, they could probably keep the commando unit at bay. They just can't stay, they can't get close. That's the big thing. You don't want to get close. Alright, let's see. And here comes, yeah, the Assault Grenadiers, the Panzer Pioneers, all moving up, hitting the commandos from the backside without any cover. Yeah, he's going to be thrown back pretty quick. And with these guys right here, any armor that comes on up is going to be in harm's way. They can maybe get another model or two. Okay, maybe not. But at least he's taking back the other territory. Hopefully he has sweepers, otherwise the mines here, laid by Tico, could really delay and stop the counterattack overall. Assault Grenadiers moving on over, so that should force these Royal Engineers back. And there's, okay, even though he did hit the mine, which is unfortunate, he can reinforce with the medical truck. So he can get back up to 4 models here soon. Blackfilling is on the field, but we also have a Stuart, so both sides deploying some light armor. This is more of the half-track, that's a light tank, but we know, and they should know, Bazooka Joe has the Shrek teams. They can camouflage, they can hide very well, and they could easily do a lot of damage with the Bazooka team on the Stuart. Let's see if we get a shot in. Stuart, I think, realizes what's going on, pulling back. There is that Vickers machine gun, which can fire and suppress these guys, reducing the range. And again, because of the angle, they're not buying good cover. AT rifles are focusing. They get a good shot. Stuart's under half health. Palm Grenadiers moving on up. We got suppression on the infantry section. Nice rifle grenade. Pushes back the Panzerjäger squad, but another Shrek team moving on up. I think they both went... yeah, they did. Okay, so they both went with the Panzerjäger. Okay. So essentially, the Panzerjäger command is very good anti-tank battle group. That's the focus for the dock, is anti-tank. And against British, making sure the Matildas, the Grants, stuff like that aren't really a threat is a huge win for the dock. Potentially an Elephant as well we could see on the field. AT Overwatch is also very good. We can see that. Oh, building is about to collapse thanks to a counterattack by Valiant. Valiant Hawk hits the Vickers machine gun, neutralizes it. I think that's like the second MG that they've managed to take out. I don't know if they've kept it. Doesn't look like it. But at the very least, they keep knocking out the MG, which removes veterancy and other abilities the Vickers machine gun could get, you know, as it progresses through its veterancy ranks. AT rifles, stuff like that, are hitting the building. And again, could technically help bring down the building. The big thing is grenade launcher. The grenade launcher from the Panzer Pioneers are really good against units in buildings. Super effective. You can see the health dropping super quick on that. Again, well played by Valiant Hawk. The Commandos, though, looks like putting some pressure on the half-track. We'll have to pull that back. Again, we're about to see a Another MG tier. Oh, no, escapes out the back. And with the infantry section with Bren's, again, Bren on infantry section, incredibly strong. The strongest upgrade you can get for that unit. Again, well done. That will keep at least the German infantry back, because they don't want to engage that, especially when they're a close-range unit like these Assault Grenadiers. Blackfling helping Valiant Hawk. Again, I like the teamwork here. Both sides really trying to help. Grenades at the door, so if they escape, they still explode, and commandos go down from a volley of grenades. The Assault Grenadiers. Well done. Well done. Looks like we got some more upgrades by Boneless. He is upgrading his own units with some additional veterancy upgrades. I'm assuming the pack gun, as well as the building a bunker. Let's see. We got another bunker back here. This one was destroyed by, so it looks like, artillery fire. Another machine gun bunker here, backed up by a Stug. So some, a solid tank for acting as a TD. It does have a shot close range that could hurt infantry as well, so it can deal with some of the Australians. But the Australians are keeping the pressure. They have veterancy, but no upgrades yet. That's the big thing. He does have the Pintle, so he can do a little bit more damage against infantry. Sorry, my brain went to a pack gun. 6-pounder is on the field, so they can at least start hitting that Stug in the distance. Medical truck goes down. That's a big loss for the Allies, because that means they can't reinforce. AT grenades hitting the Stug. It just kind of stuns it. Actually, the AT gun shot bounces off the Stug. That's side armor, too. I want to say that it bounced off. There we go. Another shot does hit. We have a Stuart coming in the side, but luckily, Boneless has a very solid AT gun lined up and ready to go. Double shots on the Stuart right there. He's using the area for cover, but you can still fire through it. As long as you attack ground, you can still technically fire through some terrain. Yes, it's ridiculous that a shot went through that rock, but that's how this game works, baby. Anyway, Stuart is down, and for those who are unaware, Stuarts are typically the British's go-to for light vehicles in the early game. You deploy a lot of them, and then for the British's special ability, you can actually pull them back, get the resources, and then, trade it in for a grant. But unlike GameStop, where you pay $60 for a game, and let's say you get $10 if you're lucky. As someone who used to be like, how much is this game going to get me, and try to use that, my ability back when I was in high school. Here, it's 100% refund. So, I mean, you can't beat that refund. Also, gotta give credit where credit is due for the Dingo over here. Omok going with a Dingo that has gotten 11 kills. Usually a Dingo doesn't last very long. But, yeah, 11 kills, Vet 3, that's pretty solid stuff. Looks like Omok has taken special attention to his units. The infantry and the light equipment have all gotten upgrades. Not the Dingo. Dingo did that all by itself. But anyway, good job there. Meanwhile, it looks like Legendary Nick managed to upgrade his own forces all the way up to getting a tank depot, and from the tank depot, he managed to get himself a Panzer IV. Let's see, because he went airborne, he has some loiter support, so he can call in some airstrikes if needed. Boneless is again gone up. Panzer Grenadier Officer, we already saw that. That's how the pack gun, I believe, got an upgrade. And side skirts. But he has support elements. Hold on. Oh, he's just making sure his Stug has extra protection along the sides, because that's what it does. It provides extra protection on the sides and additional health. He has 3 coastal units and Nebel Warfare, so good, selection. We got AT gun over here. This pack 36 has the 88 gun, which could tear apart light armor with ease. So I think this area over here is going to be very difficult for the Allies to push up with armor, given the amount of AT forces we have seen. Panzer IV's up. Meanwhile, the Allies have gone to Matilda. Matilda's really good, except dealing with that 88 and sustained AT fire from the heavier stuff. So the Panzerjäger upgrades that you got through the battle group, that's going to be very tough for this thing to deal with, and the 88 itself. Notoriously known for destroying a lot of Matildas during the British offensives in 41. I want to say, it was 41 that the British launched quite a few different armored attacks against entrenched German positions, and the 88 just tore them apart. You can see here the Shrek teams, while very effective against Stuarts because the lighter armor, here they're still doing a lot of damage, but those take a heck of a lot more shots. Infantry section trying to help because they in the buildings. Matilda trying to just fire from range. Grenades are thrown into the building. Again, if they keep shooting those buildings, it could collapse right here. Truck teams open fire. I think some of them bounced or didn't do as all that much. We got flanked from the MG, so that's going to suppress the Palm Grenadiers. Those Palm Grenadiers, by the way, they're Panzer Grenadiers. I call them Palm Grenadiers because of the palm tree. They help separate them because they are a different unit than the Panzer Grenadier for the Wehrmacht. Anyway, they did get their upgrades as well, so they have 6 models here through their base. So, good stuff right there. All right, let's see. Anything of note to point out? Yeah, the Tank Buster for him. Both went Tank Buster. We kind of got that. Tico went Air and Sea. Australians, again, we got that through the Commandos. Thomas has yet to pick any battle group, but he has gotten the Grant upgrade, so maybe some Grants will be out here soon. Besides, the Bishop Artillery is already deployed, and that's currently hitting the German position. Oh, that's how he's able to neutralize the bunkers with the Bishop Artillery. Infantry section needs a few more upgrades there, buddy. But it looks like Grants are the name of the game. All 3, you can see here, all 3 British players have gone with Grants. Grants, again, very good with the main cannon and the light cannon on top, just for dishing out damage. But they are slower. Not as slow as the Matilda, but they are, you know, not as fast as, let's say, a Crusader. And again, they're kind of like the Stug in the fact their turret can't move. It's stuck facing forward for the main gun. The secondary gun, of course, can turn, but not the main gun. So, if it's going to be like a head-on fight, the Stugs, I actually honestly think they will probably do pretty well because of the extra armor that they've gotten upgraded and the fact that by the time the Grants really gain like the numbers needed, those Stugs will have the veterancy bonuses. So while cheaper, I think the Stugs will definitely be able to hold their own against the Grants. But let's see, the artillery's not helping. You can see here the bunkers are slowly being worn down. That's usually the big crux of the Italian coastal units is the bunker defenses. And if they fall, the coastals don't have a defense network to rely on and things can go really south really fast. Nebelwerfer is returning fire on the British position, trying to hit the Bishop. We have some shots. Again, fire's hurting it. We brought down about oh! I was going to say a third of its health, but there goes the last shot. Destroys the Bishop. And it is turned to a ball of fire. Damn. What a hit. What a hit. Alright, British forces overall are averaging 27 units on the field, where the Axis are averaging like 36. So obviously the Axis have more units, more emplacements. But hold on. We got some recon artillery. That's caused by the fact that one of them, yep, we have heavy armor. He went with the armor battle group. Potentially meet Churchills or Black Prince on the field soon. I'm going to guess Black Prince if he's going to spam out Grants. But we'll see. You can always pull it back. But artillery is going to constantly come down this sector, which is going to make the infantry want to pull back. Panzer IVs did engage the this area, but AT gun managed to scare him off. Grant could push up, but again, the Germans have their own pack gun. I don't think they really want to advance. Right now, victory points are pretty close. Both sides are down roughly 200 points. Again, not the best for either side that have already lost that much, but the fact that both sides are keeping it still pretty close together is pretty good. Stugs tried to move on in. They definitely put the Matilda through a beating, but luckily, Tico's Grant managed to scare it off. Plus the additional AT support, though, it's probably going to burn to death. Yeah, it does, unfortunately. For him. Alright. Let's see. I just heard something. I think someone here unlocked... Oh, yeah, he unlocked the elephant. Did he unlock the elephant? No, Bazooka has not unlocked the elephant yet. And I'm not seeing AT Overwatch either. So we still could pick it. But at least one gentleman has unlocked the elephant over AT Overwatch. So we could see it. I'm assuming that I saw some communication here. Maybe they was trying to pick like, hey, you do this, I'll do this, so we're not doing the same thing. That way, because the battle groups are differentiate with how you unlock stuff. So it's one or the other. It's exclusive. Similar to like Hearts of Iron 4 for those who raided and joined on in. Hearts of Iron 4 essentially, you have a choice with your doctrines, right? With Lane Doctrine, it's like, okay, do you want the right side or the left side? similar here. You get the right side elephant, left side's AT Overwatch. Colin. We have bunkers and AT gun holding back the Grant. Neb Warfare actually looks like it's going to kill the Vickers machine gun. Infantry section pulling back, I'm assuming, to a truck. Or a medical station somewhere, I'm not sure. There's a medical. Grant very low. Panzer IV does die thanks to AT gun bazooka team. The Australians don't have AT abilities, so it's going to be those two predominantly. Fallschirm Pioneer moving on in, trying to counteract. He's getting more Fallschirm Jaegers for elite infantry, but still, that's a bit expensive. And the British, I think, have more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, they're equal. They have 3 Australian units ready to go. Although it looks like the Grants need some serious repairs before they're able to commit to a fight. But I will give credit. Boneless is doing his absolute best to entrench, to hold, and the bunkers are right now doing okay. He did unlock the ability for them to heal, which is good. So after they stop being hit, they automatically will slowly heal themselves, which is good if you don't have artillery consistently hitting them. If you do have artillery, you can deal with it, but if not, yeah. Grants don't exactly have the best armor. So if we quickly go, the Grant's front armor is only 170, so it's not blocking shots. But yeah, we can see here the pack guns managed to easily double tap that and force the Grant back. Though he does have 2, so he could overwhelm, especially with the infantry force moving on in. But the MG is going to suppress that infantry. Airstrikes coming on in. I don't think any of the British forces have a Polton, which is the British light AA gun that they can get. So that's going to be a real issue. Back in mid, we have a Tiger by Bazooka Joe, so I'm assuming he will not go with the elephant. Matilda is still there. Matilda cannot fight a Tiger, but a new Grant, that can fight a Tiger pretty well. Now, if you're wondering why, again, you would go with a Matilda and not, like, pull it out, Matilda still has really good amount of armor on the front. Again, just kind of put in perspective, the, hold on. Jordan's Matilda has 310, so it has more armor on the front that could take hits. I've seen it bounce like Panther shot, so it can definitely take a hit and bounce it. The catch is, it's slow and the main gun really can't do much against armor. Infantry, yes. Armor, no. Meanwhile, we got more Grants coming on in. It looks like they're trying to lock down the city area. That stuff you can build with the Panzerjäger ability. Infantry section trying to get the stuff on the outskirts, though, of the city. Here comes the air support. Air and sea, you can see here the calling in rockets from the British RAF. Grant overwhelmed the Tiger, and there goes a heavy tank on the Axis side. That is a crucial win the Allies needed. But as we can see in the distance, a new challenger has arrived. The Elephant. Let's not talk about the Elephant going to North Africa. There's a lot of units here. You're like, why would that be North Africa? But still, it has arrived to save the day. Also, good kill with the flak frilling. That's going to help stop the Allied planes from being shot down and keep them in the area for longer. Now, again, to win this game, it's victory points. And we can see here the city. I'm going to say that Valiant Hawk is probably going to have this locked down. Middle, right now it's under Allied control. Down south, surprisingly, the Germans have held on to this, though I think the Australians could take it back here in just a minute. Meanwhile, Elephant, backed up by a lot of German forces moving on in. The Matilda definitely could have issues because, again, it's slow, and the Elephant could just keep hitting it before it could really pull back, so it has to be very careful. Grants, again, if there's numbers on their side, they could overwhelm the Elephant. Elephant, by the way, just going front armor, has 440, so it has a good amount of defense on the front, and if the Grant is fighting on the front, even with the additional cannons, this thing could take a beating, and could take hits. Also, as you can see, we have emergency repair, so the armor can heal itself. We have rapid advance, so this is going to help with the speed of armor and make that faster. Also, with those upgrades, it allows the dock forces to capture territory, kind of like infantry do. And then we have smoke. So that Elephant has a good amount of health under its belt. Again, put in perspective, that's 1320. So it can take hits. It can definitely hold its own. Here it comes. Sorry. Right now, looks like all the Panzer Pioneers and the Assault Grenadiers, well, again, a lot of good veterancy. They just can't stand the Vickers, the FG section, everything else. And the Elephant is a TD, so don't expect it to help against this. Don't worry, though. The Elephant was known for having a machine gun, so it will absolutely hold back the infantry. Wait, hold on. I'm getting reports that the Elephant does not have the MG on the top, and that is one of the main culprits of why the tank sucked. Okay. Well, who could have guessed it? You would assume a heavy tank would have a machine gun on top of it, but I guess not. Artillery, though, hitting this. That's, what, the Bishop? Do we have a new Bishop? We do. We have a Bishop, and not just that, the Australians have called in an Archer tank destroyer. So again, their own TD. Now, what it does lack in health, it makes up for it in terms of a bit more speed. So again, and also the fact it's a lot cheaper. So the archers could overwhelm, again, that Elephant if played incorrectly. So we'll have to see what Valiant Hawk does. He does have some good support. He has the 88. He still has the support from Bazooka Joe with the Panzerjägers, with the Shreks, and his own forces with some Shrek teams. So again, plenty of AT for support, but he has to be very careful. All right, here it comes. Elephant gets a good shot on the Matilda, so does the 88 gun. Infantry swarming on in. They're going to need a solid anti-infantry defense. Matilda doing its best. Air support coming on in. Triple Stug threat against the Grants. More Grants back here with armor. This is a repair facility that can heal all the armor in its like area. So we can see here the Grants just get healed up very quickly. Oops, sorry. And hopefully a counterattack can be done with 5 Grants. That being said, we have 4 Stugs. And how much armor do we have? Panzer Force took a beating. But they're healed up. So right now the Germans look like have more armor on this front. Up north, the Grants are steamrolling. A surprise attack in the northern area with no mines are allowing the Grants to just roll in and demolish the German forces. The British can get their Vickers machine gun back. I'm sure they're real happy about that. Cash has gone down. I haven't gone over resources, but the Axis have more fuel coming in, 41 to 23, compared to 56 Mutiny and 20 on the Allies. So right now, the Allies desperately need the resources, and taking the city would be a nice win. Elephant could have issues, because again, it is a city environment. It's a little bit harder for it to potentially navigate and could be overwhelmed. But let's see, buildings being hit by the Grants. Here comes all the infantry. The infantry could swarm out and, you know, launch surprise attacks through the corridors and stuff. But again, then the Grants could triple fire, and that's a lot of pressure in a tight corridor. Mines are being laid down in this sector. Those are from the dock players. We got a recon plane in the back by the Fallschirm. The Luftwaffe battle group. Commandos doing their best, but the Assault Grenadiers are Vet 3. They can hold their own pretty well. Here comes a attack in the south. Stugs took quite a bit of damage, but the Grants held pretty well. Actually, not even a single, very little damage to them. Meanwhile, triple Grants up here are holding off the German infantry and allowing the Australians to capture that territory. Ooh, quite easily. We are down to a single Fallschirmjäger, so he's lost the unit. We still have 3 Panzer IVs, and they do have veterancy and a repair facility here. I'm sorry, they have side skirts and a repair facility, but they do not have the veterancy upgrade. You can unlock that for the Germans, so the Wehrmacht can get a Vet 1 upgrade. Again, it goes up to Vet 3 if you know, once you get points and stuff, but they can automatically go up to Vet 1. All right, AT guns firing. There it goes. Actually, that's a 17 pounder. That's what the extra AT damage is being done against them. All right, that's a lot of damage against the Panzer IVs. Legendary Nick having a lot of issues. Right now, Grants are launching a counterattack. They're running into the mines. Some of them are detonating or being revealed by the Royal Engineer. Elephant, though, holding its own against the Grants. You can see here they're pulling back. Elephant does not want them to go away unscathed. He is backed up by infantry, and they're pushing forward against the Grants. The British do not have any infantry support at all. which allows, in my opinion, the advantage to go to the elephant. We did have some planes that looked like that came on in, but I don't think they did a lot of damage there. Meanwhile, his ally Bazooka Joe has a recovery vehicle, and not just that, ladies and gentlemen. We have a dock grad. That's right, he used the recovery vehicle to recover a British grad. That's pretty sweet. I'm pointing that. That's pretty nice right there. So the dock have gotten their own grant, probably because their armored vehicles keep dying. All right, here comes a Matilda counterattack, but they're hitting mines, stopping them dead in its tracks. And now it's 2 Matildas and an archer versus a Grant. Not a battle I ever expected to see, but this man, he might be good with his infantry, but his armor skills are very much lacking. Because there it goes. And while you could say, well, the mines will, hurt the Matildas, and there's the ET Overwatch Greyshot. He doesn't have anything. Wait, hold on. Wait a sec. Oh, they were too slow. I thought they would have enough, the Matildas would have enough time to pull back, but no, AT Overwatch stopped him. The one with the damage engine survived, not the one without. Our engineers coming on in, try to stop the Welshmakers, but it doesn't look like to be helping. Yeah, they're pulled back. One of them just pulled back. They were a little low. Bishop trying its best. Infantry section are off the line. Matilda's still pulling back, but the Panzerschreck team can keep hitting the unit. Bringing it down. They might actually get the kill here. More mines coming in on the Matilda to try to slow it down. They're going to need to get some good hits against the Panzerjäger. Italian coastal units throwing a grenade as well. Looks like it was caught in mid-animation, but that wasn't needed. The Shrek team got it. And a Tiger tank's on the field. You know what? 2 Matildas dead. I stand corrected. That was... You sacrificed a cheap Grant in order to kill it. Good job. Grants, though, are mad. Tico coming on in. Just pulverizing the Panzer Pioneers. I think 1 unit might die here if they focus. They might be 2. And that had a Bren. Oh, but here comes a Tiger and an Elephant. All right. That's a lot of damage. And the air support's hitting the buildings. A little bit of damage on there. Trek team still firing. Grant surprisingly didn't actually take all that much damage. But there we go. Elephant gets a first hit. A mine there, but not a lot of health damage already, so don't expect the engine to be crippled. They're still pushing against the Elephant and the Tiger. These Grants don't want to give up. They want to get a kill. They might get the Tiger, honestly. There we go. Damage engine from the Commandos. Tiger is down. They're outside of air support area, though. Elephant it looks like smoke went out. They're trying to flank, but the main gun is still so weak that it has trouble penetrating. And actually, they're hitting the dead Tiger. Commandos die as well. The lone Grant is trying to kill the Elephant. They're trying to kill the Panzer Pioneer because they don't want that unit to heal. That's it. Now it's just an Elephant versing the Grant. And right now, the Elephant's backing itself up to so the Grant has trouble getting behind it. This is, wait, there we go. We got behind. And there we go. Even the main gun now on the rear armor of an Elephant can hurt it and kill it. But the main gun of the Grant can't turn. It's on the front. There we go. More smoke down. Assault Grenadiers come on in, but they don't have AT. They can heal it, though. And the Grant will pull back. It was a bit of a fight right there, honestly. Both sides took some decent losses. We have a Panzer III coming on out. Oh, looks like Purple just got wiped. Looks like. Or at least communication. Oh, I'm sorry. That was before. That was an old message. But yeah, he's not doing great. But yeah, right now, Tico's getting a new Grant. Does he have enough for a lot of Grants? Yeah, actually he does. He has enough fuel to where he's getting a new one now, and he could get a new one here in a minute. Elephant lived to fight another day. He is up to Vet 2. Well, this Grant's only Vet 1. A lot more infantry support than what the British can muster. I want to say Valiant Hawk, well, he did definitely take some heavier losses with the Tiger. Oh, actually, no, I take it back. Because he lost the Panzer Pioneer and the Tiger. The other side lost the Commando and 2 Grants. I would say it's about even... Loss-wise, it was about even, give or take. But overall, I think Valiant Hawk still has the initiative. I think he has enough infantry to back up the elephant to keep himself positive for the moment. If Tico can get 3 grants, though, then it might swing against Valiant Hawk. But he has a little bit of time to make up for it. There we go. AT grenades thrown on the grants. Elephant now has a opportunity here to pick off a, well, fresh grant on the field. Nice shots with the Shrek. I think he picked another one up. And there goes. And now Tico does not have the initiative. It's going to take even longer for him to rebuild and to counterattack. So, again, you hate to see it, but it looks like Valiant Hawk managed to gain himself the initiative for the time being because Tico jumped the gun. Meanwhile, there is a Tiger in mid. Looks like artillery has been doing quite a bit of damage and knocks out the 88. But the Polton might die here. Archer gets a good shot on the Tiger. And right now, actually, Thomas is trying to support his team and take mid. Nice shot with the Panzerschreck team. Knocks out the Polton. Middle is secure. Allies are down by about 20 points, but they're trying to keep this game going on their side. I've been so busy on the other front, I really haven't covered this. Hit F the RD. And right now they've fallen back to literally outside of the German base. They built up Obices, big Italian heavy guns, to try to counteract the artillery and blast the grants into oblivion. Grant-wise, we still have 3 over here for Thomas. Although with the Obices firing, that might change here soon. And we have 4 grants under Olmok. Alright. And he has some on the front. Australians moving on in. Wait, how many Stooks are there? There's 1? Oh no. There must have been a real bad fight with Boneless going on. The grants must have overwhelmed them with the AT guns. We already saw the 17-pounder manage to push back what's his name, Legendary Nick. So most likely he wasn't able to support, and the grants just overwhelmed the Stooks. If I had to guess what happened, grants pulling back again. It seems to me that the Axis know where the repair facilities are, so the Obices are going to keep paying the grants. So you may want to build a new one. They're pretty cheap, so. Again, we'll see if Thomas actually does that. Meanwhile, the British have launched an attack in this area. Doesn't look like Valiant is there. He's more in mid. So, yeah. Can't really say too much. There's 2 grants on the field, but the Tiger, the 88, and the Elephant, more than capable of holding back a couple grants. It's really going to be that swarm. The question will be, yep, and there it is. Will Thomas move to mid with his grants? That could swing things in a completely different direction, especially if they hit the armor on its side. It hit weak points, like somehow that Matilda did on the Tiger. I have no idea how. And got a lucky shot there. Alright, but it looks like there is an AT gun there and an 88 lying in wait. Here come the grants. They're trying to make a move, but they ran right into the lines that the Germans were well prepared for. Elephant 88 got some long shots on the grants, forcing them back. Tiger is moving back to behind the Elephant. Elephant misses the shot against Grant. Grant, though barely alive, pulls away. Archer gets a shot, bounces off the Elephant. Looks like we have some strikes coming in here. I'm assuming British artillery coming in right there. Meanwhile, we have some additional recon artillery. That's from Thomas, going to try to force back these AT guns. It looks like they're doing damage. The 6-pounder the German stole is decrewed. Now it's going to start hitting this area, and they're super bunched up. So that could be very bad. Oh, nice shot. Bishop gets that target too. 88 gun goes down. And yeah, all the armor is backed up outside of the point, but still not great. Tiger by Valiant Hawk has moved up north. So it looks like that's another heavy tank the Germans, the Allies have to deal with. And again, Thomas doesn't have as many grants as he did. Although I will say it looks like the Obices got obliterated. Olmok in his armor has been pretty consistent. And it looks like he's wiping all the AT guns the Germans desperately tried to, you know, get out to hold back the armored swarm. So, yeah, looks like we have some communication with the Germans, as they don't seem to be in a very talkative mood with each other. Anyway, now the Grants have nothing stopping them from hitting this base. We look here, and yeah, things are desperate. Desperate defense has been initiated by the legendary Nick. He's gotten tons of pack guns. These Grants can now start hitting the base itself. One pack gun does return fire, but the Grant does not care. Yeah, they still have a decent amount of health, so they can take a couple of hits, and the bunkers are just being removed. He can start killing the base buildings itself, and even if the Axis control, you know, a bit, you know, more armor and stuff in mid, eventually they'll have to reorganize their men and pull them away if Olmec is literally killing their ally. And it seems like that has been the case. Also, their other ally, Boneless, doesn't have a huge army either. He's down to a single unit and 2 support stoogs. Like, right now, Bazooka Joe and Valiant have to carry literally the Axis over the finish line on their shoulders. And it seems like they're doing it, but for how long is anyone's guess. Right now, Italian coastal units are taking mid. They have a bazooka they grabbed. More stoogs being made. Right, but that being said, we have more Grants being deployed by the Allies. We got archers being made, which is a good counter because they have a lot of damage, more so than the, and better penetration than the Grants. So they can keep, like, if the Grants take the hits, the archers can, like, fire through the lines and dish out the damage against the heavier tanks. Or wipe the smaller ones. Looks like we have a Grant being recovered, so Bazooka trying to literally salvage whatever he can, or to use. Valiant Hawk launching an offensive against the British lines. Archers being hit. Again, Jordan might be in for a rude awakening here. Infantry section in the building have to get out before the building collapses. Panzer III takes a hit. It's down considerably. Assault Grenadiers mowing down the infantry. Again, good job. Oh, nice shot on the side of the Tiger. Here we go. Another archer hitting the elephant. Again, has to be very careful. Though Vet 3, nothing to sneeze at, though their shot does miss. Here comes the Grants from the side. Oh, is this Tiger going to die again? This Tiger might die. Oh, nice shot with the archer, too. And artillery's hitting the back where they would retreat. Another salvo. Misses the Tiger. But there we go. Archer gets the final shot. Panzer III does die either to the Bishop or the Grant. And right now, all 3 Grants. If they get all 3 Grants back, that's a huge win for Tico. And meanwhile, we have more Grants by Thomas. The 88 is still firing through the ground. That's really annoying. Again, I hate that. The fire just firing through with the... And a allied Grant from Bazooka Joe. I'm sorry, an Axis Grant. Hits it more. So it looks like Thomas took some heavy losses, losing 3 of the 4. Recon artillery coming in this sector to try to neutralize a lot of these units. We have air support coming on in to try to stop the counterattack in the south. Looks like that did work. A lot of Grants here died. There's a flak gun right here. Maybe British, you could recruit that. He's trying to heal it up, though. But here's the thing. Olmec had tons of reserves, and he has 4 additional Grants coming on out. And he has the armored vehicles, so they'll get the immediate bonus of veterancy and potentially other upgrades here shortly. British trying to get their 17-pounder out. Again, looks like German base. Maybe they killed 1 base inside. But they haven't gone for the kill. They haven't been able to a decisive blow. Here comes the Stoogs against the 17-pounder. They're just going to try to take the hits and kill it. Oh, please let the 17-pounder kill 1 Stoog. Aw, oh, damn it. He used the close range, like, high explosive shot. Grant trying to get a kill. Stoog pulls back. Grant now pulling back. AT gun hits the Grant. It's slowly but surely pulling away. Hold on, in the back lines, Bazooka Joe's Grant and Tiger manages to go in there and cause a bit more damage. Here comes a new Grant coming on in, and a AT gun hitting the other side. This Grant's damage gets put down. Wonderful job. I love how this guy is like, you better win, even though he has literally the small... Well, okay, he did have the smallest army. Now it's kind of a mixture between him and Boneless. Oh my god, the amount of dead Grants here. Okay, but more Grants are being deployed. We still got some, including a Stewart. I'm assuming he's... Yeah, there we go. He's getting the tank commander. So hopefully, again, they can get some bonuses for the British units. But that goes down, so that's not going to happen. Germans holding mid. If they do that, they'll win the game. Because right now, even though they're down 50 points, they have 2 points. The Allies only have 110, so it's very close. The Allies don't have a lot of breathing room if the Allies take... the Axis take it, but the British launch a counterattack up into the city. Nice grenade, although I think he's going to die. Yep, there goes the FG section. Panzer III is injured. Grant hitting the unit. Gonna probably force that unit back. But Panzer III will probably force the Royal Engineers back. So I don't think either side is gonna take the city. Oh, nice kill by the Panzer III. Another Grant holding against the AT gun that was moved up by Valiant Hawk. Valiant Hawk losing quite a bit of his units. Oh, wait, no. He stopped shooting the AT gun. Wow, okay. This AT gun might kill that Grant. If it does, it'll be a big WTF moment. Oh, never mind. This Grant does kill the Panzer III. This one does pull back. AT gun's just sitting there. Nice hit with the Elephant, and the Panzerschreck team manages to help kill that one Grant. Second Grant destroyed. Tico is down to 2 units. One being a Grant and a Royal Engineer. That third Grant luckily doesn't hit a mine, so he's going to pull away. Alright. Not too shabby. Not shabby in the slightest. Air support is hitting mid. Probably... Oh my god, is it focusing on the truck? That's funny. Meanwhile, we have a recovery vehicle, a Tiger, and a Grant all pushing in to try to help take mid. Archers are firing through the ground, so they can do that too. Oh boy. So dumb. Air support hitting the Tiger. Bazooka Joe just trying to get the heck out of there. He did lose... Oh wait, no. His Grant's still alive. Cool. Commandos drop in the mid to help hold. Allies trying to finish this game. They put more pressure. There we go. Decap though. Alright. It's about 80-point difference, give or take. Stoogs moving through the Allied back lines, trying to go for the archers, but here comes Thomas Shelby and his Grants. Stoogs realized their situation, pulled back. Now I'm just like, oh, look at all the wrecks. If only the British could, you know, salvage that, but I don't think they have anything to salvage with. Grant's gonna probably kill at least one Stoog. Recovery vehicle trying to go for the Tiger. I don't think you can, you know, bring it back to life, but salvaging it, I think you could do it in the nick of time. We have air support coming in. That's from Legendary Nick. Oh, Legendary Nick. Nice shot. That's the Elephant again. How many kills has this damn thing gotten? 7 vehicles. All right. I think people are starting to realize how the Elephant works. Yeah, I think it's doing quite well. Matilda the Elephant puts down the Matilda. God damn. The Tiger has died so many times. But the Elephant, I guess, pretty damn good. Now again, a nice job by Bazooka Joe to salvage all the dead wrecks and get the fuel and resources from it, so that'll just add to the bank. Olmach still has a decent amount in his bank, and his Grants have launched an attack. Legendary Nick having a real bad day. There goes his Panzer IV. Oh wait, 2 Grants, no, 1 Grant died. The others are pretty low. 1 pack gun goes down. Needs to get the other one. There it goes. All right, now pull the 2 weaker ones back and clean up the kill the heavy AT gun, because that is a 17-pounder. Looks like there are reinforcements coming in by Valiant Hawk. Again, maybe he's going to try to hit the base. I don't think that will last all that long, though, because there's the elephant and tiger. He's pulling back. There is a Panzertruck team lighting up the elephant. There goes the mine. Lit up by the elephant. Grant's hitting the Panzer squad. The rest of the Grants pull back. Elephant and tiger. I think they're just trying to stop Olmec from hitting the base. Allied forces are down significantly, down 22. Axes are not exactly in the best state either, but they have way more. They have in the 30s right now. So, and unfortunately, the Allies just lost another unit. So, 2 victory points under Axis control. We have an MG bunker here. So, middle, backed up by a Grant, a Tiger, 88. I think it's just going to be too much. Grant's opening fire on the infantry section. Tiger and Elephant opening fire on the Archer. Archer goes down. Elephant getting a nice hit. Stuart trying its best. Goes down as well. This Elephant's going to have an insane kill count. Recovery vehicle salvaging everything it can. Again, you have armor quickly moving, or trying to move up top. Hit the assault grenadiers. But they just murder the commandos and pull back. Meanwhile, the Grant and Tiger... Again, I can't believe this Grant's still been alive this whole time. Counterattacking. They're facing the wrong way. The main gun is in the opposite direction. Always back up with your Grants if you're trying to... because, again, that way their main gun's still facing the enemy. If you can. Nice hits. We got the 88 over here. Unfortunately, Bazooka Joe, while in a bit of trouble... The Allies are the ones being overwhelmed. There's just too much AT. 2 Tigers, an Elephant. All the Grants are just dying. There goes some more. We got air support coming in a bit too late from Tico. They kind of hit all over, not doing all that much damage. And while artillery is hitting the German lines, all the armor managed to pull back, and they have the Vet 3 recovery vehicle to get them healed. The Grants just got mowed down. They lost all their Grants in that, like, somewhat, like, counterattack and just completely fell apart. Also, the Stoogs are still there. Okay. The only thing left is this gentleman here, Olmec, and he just is not in a good state to help out mid. The rest of the allies are down, and there's only, like, a random Grant and a Bishop remaining. They could try to take this top area, but I think the Assault Grenadiers are going to be too much. This squad has 35 kills under its belt, and they'll probably get a few more before the game is done. Nice grenades to stop a retreat. Our engineers bite it. Panzer 3 and Tiger moving on up. They're going to stop the infantry section, just mowing him down with ease. God damn. And I think this is going to be it. It was a valiant attempt. Also, I'm shocked we didn't see a Black Prince or anything like that, but anyway, that's it. That's GG. Allies are done. It's one last counterattack by the Grants. We'll get some, you know, pushing power. They lost 1 or 2 units, but it's not gonna be enough. Well, Legendary Nick, you know, tried to hold. It did not, like, he wasn't able to really, like, get the upper hand on Olmec, but didn't matter. He was still enough of a nuisance that Olmec couldn't move. And Thomas tried to assist, but I think without proper recon, he was just charging in to certain death. Yeah, Valiant Hawk submitted this, by the way. Thank you, Valiant Hawk. I thought that was a really solid game. I thought that was really good. All right, 93 kills for the Assault Grenadiers. I know the recent patches, they're like, oh, tweak this and that. I swear they touch these guys because they have just been shooting up on kills. So yeah, if you want kills, Assault Grenadiers right now are a good way to go. But again, you have to keep you have to close the distance, right? You have to keep them near vehicles to increase their speed so they can, chase things down. But good job. Tigers didn't hold up all that well. What did hold up well was the elephant. I can't even deny it. The elephant in this game was excellent. It was on point. And while, yes, you could say here, look, the Grants got a lot of kills. Again, divide that by 12, and really it's not that much. We're going to see that a lot in this review, right? Okay, 30 kills for the Palm Grenadiers. 6 for the Panzerjäger squad. Again, that's pretty good. They were really good support. Tiger tank. This Tiger did a lot better, 55. But, yeah, not much else there. Archers did okay. 3 vehicle kills, but again, so many deployed. Infantry section, again, lots of death right there. Coastal, again, also kind of died quite a bit, even though a decent helping of kills. Nebelwerfer for 1, that's pretty good. 30 for 1 unit, that's really solid. The Stoogs, again, they did okay, but given the amount, yeah, this was, like, not exceptional. The Grants, again, we're going to keep seeing this. Oh, nice efficiency factor. Nice number right there. But yeah, kind of mixed bag. Fallschirmjäger is about 32. Let's see. Kind of not much to talk about there. Again, this is probably the best Grant mix, 92. And that's Olmach right there. Kills 6 vehicles. But even then, you deployed 11. That's a lot of Grants. That's a lot. I think what I might do is for this game, for the title, I'll just say the number of Grants deployed in this game because it's insane. Australian units, though, that's really good. Because look, he lost only 1. He kept them alive the whole time. 95 kills. That's up 8.05 efficiency. That's some good units. You want some good units all the line. Call the Australians, or specifically Olmach's Australians, because they held very well. Given the fact he was the Australians, it is interesting he didn't go archers. But suffice to say, he did exactly what he needed to. Just the rest of the allies kind of fell apart. And that was some lackluster assaults. Some assaults without being full strength. Always counterattack when you are at a good state where you can overwhelm the enemy. Use recon. That's some things that the British didn't use. And as we saw, did not help them at all. So again, what do you guys think? Let me know. But real quick before we head off, let me do a quick tally. So we got 11, 13, so that's 24. Let's see. Oh, okay, only 1 here. 25. I won't count the Doc Grant, but again, also, I guess, think about that one. And then another 12. So that's 37 Grants in this game. That's a lot of armor. That's a lot of armor loss. But hey, let me know what you guys think. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.